Our first trip overseas in a year, so with my passport in my pocket, I flew from Brisbane to Launceston, Tasmania for a cycle trip organised by Dennis Spring. Deloraine, a little town, 50 kilometres from Launceston. I wouldn't call them friends yet, mate. They don't know you yet.
Oh, haven't we? You missed out.
I told him you're a doctor, or you pretend to be.
Yeah, right. We'll get plenty of that too.
Shady and people aren't eating.
I was going night out in Launceston after a hard day's cycling. Beautiful buildings. Jen likes to be on YouTube, she told me. We had 2 full days in Launceston, so we hired a small van, 10-seater that is, so we could visit areas of this beautiful part of Australia. Day 1 was a trip to Georgetown on the Bass Strait at the opening of the Tamar River, and home to Launceston via Beaconsfield on the opposite side of the Tamar. Next day we headed west through the beautiful old town of Deloraine, then up to Devonport and onto the beautiful coastal towns of Ulverston and Penguin. Start of the trip, Thursday. The following day was the first part of the ride. We took a taxi to Launceston Airport and met with our guide Manfred, and drove to Evandale to try on the bikes, then start the ride to Scottsdale with some hilly country. We rode approximately 50% of the route between Evandale and Scottsdale. We had lovely accommodation in Scottsdale, in 2 Airbnbs, and a great meal at the pub. Apricots picked this morning out of the back garden. They were stewed. They're still hot.
Oh no.
Scottsdale is a farming community in the beautiful, highly productive agricultural area of undulating hills on the way to St Helens. You came on, is it? The next day we headed to St Helens, which is on the coast. Due to some wrong info where the state of the rail trail out of St Helens, only 2 people did that ride. It was a steady climb of about 25 kilometres to the top of the range, with the others going by car. It turned out that the track was fine. As a matter of fact, it was in very good state.
Now they painted them a few times. Okay, and look.
Beautiful country between Scottsdale and St Helens. For the trip, the speed on the main road is slower and is difficult to do much more than 70 k's a day. Ringarooma River.
Morning.
There could be.
Oh dear.
That was pretty awesome.
Awesome country. Away to St Helens. St Helens sits on a glorious harbour just south of a large, remote natural area of the north of Tasmania. Beautiful St Helens. Way to Billabong Bay. A few of us rode to Billabong Bay the next day, which is the southern town of the outstanding coastline of the Bay of Fires.
There he is, the man of the moment. There we are at St Helens.
Hey, we're on the wrong vehicle.
Yes, beautiful.
Beautiful St Helens. Wow.
And I'll get a photo of you taking a photo and then I'll send it to you.
Okay, terrific. The next day begins with a beautiful ride south along the east coast of Tasmania. Due to a local triathlon occurring in St Helens, we had to walk out of town and meet the bus further down. We drove then a short drive out of town, and then we rode along the beautiful coastline to Bicheno. On the road to Bicheno, bit of a headwind, pretty quiet road. Looking down towards Bicheno direction. Well, you come and have a look. Due to the late booking of accommodation because of COVID and the late unknowns it caused, we had to stay in a small motel nearly 2 k's out of town. Evening meal at the Bicheno pub was quite good the first night, but the meal the following night at the Nepalese restaurant was really great. Beautiful fresh seafood. The next day was a bus ride by local bus to Coles Bay, and then a walk from there to the crest of Warren-class Bay, a total distance of about 18 kilometres, with a steep climb included. The Pondering Frog Cafe. We're all dressed up for the cold weather this morning. 10 degrees when we left, getting to 16. Next day's cycle was Bicheno to Orford, through beautiful coastal country, and another 2-night stay at a newly renovated hotel motel. We were mainly on main roads with little or no edges. However, the traffic is light and there were no issues. The following day was a short bus trip to Triabunna, and then a beautiful ferry trip to Maria Island, a very special national park. Beautiful day for it. Leaving shortly from Maria Island.
Where are you off to today, Greg?
We're in New Zealand or Tasmania.
Tasmania, West East Coast?
Okay, we must be going to Maria Island.
Excellent answer.
Water. Good to see it all done up like this, isn't it? It's good to see it all done up like this. A couple of wombats checking out the terrace. some road bikes there, while 3 of us did a 14k walk on good gravel roads along the western coastline of the island. After a turn on the ferry, we drove 2 kilometres to Eagle Hawk Neck, where we again stayed in a recently renovated hotel restaurant with very good meals. The next day was basically a free day, and Dennis and I opted for a marvellous open boat, fast 3-hour cruise around the rugged coastline. We all then joined up and did a bus trip around the area. Visitors.
Nice to meet you.
That's nice to meet you.
Vlog.
End of the bike ride. We didn't ride today. Look at the weather. The following day to Richmond was to be our last cycling day, but due to heavy rain early, we bussed directly to beautiful Richmond, and the following day we bussed to Hobart with a spare day to look around before flying home. In all, we didn't ride as much as we would have liked, but the heavier style hybrid touring bikes makes riding more difficult on the open roads.